Across the London Underground network we have 430 escalators and 167 lifts. They're actually operated greater than 20 hours a day, 364 days of the year. When we look at our lifts, our busiest station is Covent Garden, where we have 4 lifts, and we actually carry 80,000 passengers per day. So as part wears out through a period of time, we have to refurbish them. And the reason it takes so long is because the access you actually have within a lot of Victorian stations are minimal. In year 13-14, our lifts availability was 99.2%, so we'll get very little downtime overall in what we would call as unplanned events that actually happen, i.e. breakdowns.
The lifts had gone by their sell-by date and their maintainability, and so it's time for them to be swapped out.
We had to close the station for about 6 months, starting last year, May, till December.
Those were the days that we were given for the closure, and we opened it exactly on the day. Before the actual lift fitters turned up, we stripped the whole lot out. Everything you see with regards to the lift is brand new. They're now a lot cleaner, faster.
In terms of maintenance, it's much better. In terms of energy efficiency, it's much better.
Quality of ride in these compared to the old ones used to literally rattle. These are smooth as anything.
I don't know if you've heard about the 10P test, where you put it on the handrail, and then when the lift goes up and it doesn't fall off, then it's great. We've done that and it passed, so everything else works.
Due to the importance of this station and the amount of through traffic of people, we're just not allowed to shut it full stop. The new lifts are actually running approximately 15 seconds faster than the existing lifts, and the capacity is slightly increased. So therefore you get a through flow of traffic and persons much quicker onto and off of the station via the lift. Residential is the main issue for us anyway on the project we're doing, because we're not allowed to make noise above certain levels overnight. We have to mitigate it, so we monitor it and we keep a good eye on our contractors to ensure that they don't generate the noise.
We're in the work site of the works we're undertaking to replace lift number 2. One of the benefits is that we're installing something called managed evacuation, which effectively means that once the station goes into evacuation mode, previously the lift would be set to either ground or stop at a particular level. Managed evacuation enables the station staff to override that facility, which means that if we have any mobility impaired people stuck at a particular level, the station staff can still operate the lift to enable them to be evacuated safely.
We're just taking out lifts 1 and 2. Both lifts will be replaced fully, motors and cars complete. We've got to be finished by beginning of November. This is a high profile site because of the theatres and the shopping facilities all around the area. Impact on local business will be felt, I'm sure.
Hopefully people will use Leicester Square or Holborn, find alternative ways to come in. We're not doing it for ourselves, we're doing it for the public that use this service every single day. Hopefully we're going to leave you a legacy that sort of say, wow. Got a very tight programme to do an immense amount of work in. Our previous experience, we've taken old, unreliable, noisy lifts out, put in 4 new ones that are leaps and bounds technology-wise above what was there.
And one of the things we looked at when we were actually doing the Covent Garden refurbishments was how do we future-proof the station? We can't increase the number of lifts within Covent Garden because of the restraint of the actual physical structure, but because we've actually increased the speed of it, we now find that it's equivalent to 5 lifts that we've actually got in 4. So we're always trying to future-proof all the schemes we're doing. When you look at lifts and escalators, we have to do the work. We've got to keep London moving, because if we don't do our proper maintenance or our refurbishments, we're going to have more failures and more disruption to the passenger. So it's a necessity we actually have to do that. It comes back to the point we're always trying to minimise disruption, look at new ways, new technologies, and how we can enhance our refurbishment and speed the process up.